All right, so what we're gonna do today is a more detailed setup video. This one is gonna be for the really cool Solomon Island Tree Boa. This is Candoya bibroni australis, which is a more uncommon species than what we usually have, which is the Indonesian tree boa. This is the female of the pair of Solomon Island tree boas that we have in stock right now. They're super cool. They're a really laid back, really neat and unusual snake. These guys are lizard eaters, so right now they're feeding on house geckos. To set them up, I'm gonna set these guys up in a 24 wide by 24 tall by 18 deep Exoterra front opening terrarium. This would work for one adult its whole life, or if you have a pair, I would recommend getting something just a little bit wider or a little bit taller, just so that they have more space. So I'm gonna go ahead and put her back and we're gonna get started. All right, so this is a small rock Zoom Med Reptile LED waterfall. These are a super cool new product that we just started carrying, where they light up with LED lights. And it's a waterfall, so since these guys need super high humidity, I'm gonna stick one of these in there just because it looks really, really cool and it's gonna help with the humidity. I want this to be right up front where I can easily get to it. It'll be right there. And make it easy get to. We'll have it go out like this and this, like that. And it actually, here you can see, has this really cool sliding door, which makes it easy to get in and out of where all the electrical stuff is. Okay, right there, that there. There you go, and now we've got sensitive electrical stuff out. Cool. And then what's nice is that this comes with a little separate plug. So what I'm gonna do, and that's why I wanted to keep this out, is because to plug it in, this has to go right up here, like that. There. Cool. So there we go. And I guess this is gonna go right in the back here so the cords can go out better. Perfect. All right, so what I've been doing here is putting in plants and kind of getting it planted together. Since I have the waterfall in one corner, I wanted to build up the other corner so that it was higher in the back. That's more for me to look at, or for you, whoever ends up getting this, to look at. You build up all the tall stuff in the back and you put the shorter stuff in the front. That just makes the tank look bigger and deeper, and also makes it easier for you to observe your animals. If you put all the tall stuff in the front, you're not going to be able to see them. So to kind of help plant it up, I've got the cork flat here, keeping my ficus tree contained, and then I've got another cork flat, or cork hollow here with this little plant. And then in the back here, I've got another cork flat, cork hollow. And I'm gonna put this spider plant in here. Kind of wedge it in a bit. And there's a nice thick layer there of coconut underneath for the roots to go into. Water it nice and heavy. Both of them. There we go. So now we've got some live plants to help again with humidity and moisture. These kinds of tree boas really like to perch and sit on thicker branches. So I can use Manzanita like this, but if I'm going to use this, I have to cross it and make sure there's tons of branches. So if you're ordering it at home, make sure you order at least 2 or 3 Manzanita branches to set it up, or stick to larger pieces like these grapewoods. So I'm actually going to use all of these. So again, if you're at home, make sure that you've got the ability to set up multiple pieces of wood, or pick out plenty of them. I'm going to start like that. And we'll do one like this. Grab my thicker piece here and put it next to the waterfall. Another big piece here to help wedge this up. And one more big piece right in the middle. Make sure that this is overlapping with these. The other nice thing about them getting all tangled up like this is that they're not going to move as much, which when you have a big snake that starts crawling everywhere, that actually gets to be one of the harder parts about setting up an arboreal cage, is that your snake starts squashing everything. There we go. Okay, so the Solomon Islands, where these guys are from, are actually known to have over 230 different species of tropical orchids and tropical flowers. So, for some color, I am actually going to be adding some nice, great big fake orchids, just so that way you don't have to worry, whoever buys this doesn't have to worry about a green thumb. No, that'll block the waterfall. I want this back here. The goal here is to have it nice and lush with lots of visual barriers, and that is, yes, going to make it harder for you to see your animal, and yes, it is a lot of stuff in there, but that's on purpose. In the wild, they have tons of stuff all over, and for a shy species like the Solomon Island Tree Boas, it's very, very important that they feel safe and secure in their cage, and one of the ways that you do that is by giving them the opportunity to hide behind lots of stuff. So, we've got all these fake plants and all of these beautiful tropical flowers, along with plenty of substrate to help clean up the feces when they do end up pooping. There we go, looks nice and natural. And then for ground cover, I'm going to use some of the Cypress mulch here, just because that holds up a bit better in the long term and helps make the cage look a little bit more finished, a little bit nicer. Won't evaporate the moisture as quickly as Eco Earth tends to. Oops, that's a lot. Oh, shit. Go, use your spray bottle to hose it all down. There we go. There. And so that's one way to use both live plants, which are going to be great for humidity and moisture, and fake ones that aren't going to die, are going to be much easier for you to maintain at home, especially in winter if it's not quite the right growing season. If you're like me and you're not so great at keeping the live flowers going, this is a good way to start and to make it look really nice and pretty without having to worry about replacing your plants every few months. These green plants here will grow much easier. I've got one of this particular kind of plant in a vivarium on my desk with nice warm light and just enough moisture. It'll grow and expand and cover the whole bottom of the cage. So the way that this cage is planted, it's actually designed to not need to be cleaned out very often. You're actually not going to need to replace the bedding. All you got to do is spot clean the feces when you see it. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and let her go in here, check it out. And while she does that, I'm going to set up the thermometer hygrometer. This one is going to show you the minimum and the maximum temperatures here in the cage, which would be important for a snake that likes it a little bit cooler, which these guys do. They want temperatures no higher than about 88 under the basking spot, which is why I've got this light so high up. I've also got it over the waterfall to help with humidity. Go ahead and get this going. Cool, and so now it's on. Gonna slide it into this handy dandy little slot here. And then just for now, we'll go ahead and set it right back here. You could have it go through the back of the cage, or, oops, or it fits here in the front. And there you go. That is a complete vivarium setup for a Solomon Island Tree Boa. If you would like to order every single thing you see here, you can go ahead and visit our website, which is going to be www.LLLReptile.com. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We've got full series of videos coming out. These tree boas here are available on our website. And definitely make sure to check out all the new and upcoming products. and shows and stuff that we're going to be attending. And again, one more time, that website is going to be www.LLLReptile.com.